I want to ask you about Michael Cohen, the former president's former fixer, meeting for the 18th time with the New York DA. Take a listen to what he said about that visit.
I look forward to speaking and to being presented before the grand jury. Have some more work to do today, but I suspect it'll be very soon. It's really progressing. It's moving very, very quickly now.
Your sense of timeline, especially now that you also have Kellyanne Conway talking to prosecutors?
There have been a number of people from the Trump Organization that have also been seen talking to prosecutors, whether they've been into the grand jury or are merely having informal conversations with prosecutors remains to be seen. However, Michael Cohen wants us to know that this is his 18th meeting. He is the one that is counting. And also, I would say, Michael Cohen is an unlikely peacemaker here. He is perhaps the one person in the New York legal community that is on equal good terms with Mark Pomerantz and Alvin Bragg. But he has steadfastly said that the new team at the Manhattan DA's office knows this case backwards and forwards, that they are very fluent in the facts, and that he has confidence in them. And the fact that he keeps saying that, even though they probably wish that he would stop talking publicly, is a good indication of where we're going.
Tell me about Kellyanne, and how valuable do you think she is?
I think she's incredibly valuable as a witness, and here's why. Michael Cohen says in his book that after he made the payment to Stormy Daniels, he tried to place a call to Trump. Trump didn't take the call. He got a call back from Kellyanne saying, I know what, essentially, I know what you did. I'm going to share that with the boss. So first of all, the Manhattan DA's office wants to confirm that. What did you tell Donald Trump? Did you understand that he knew that the payment had been made? And then secondarily, Kellyanne Conway was the Trump campaign manager at the time. And what they want to understand is, did you understand that contribution to Stormy Daniels, the settlement? Was that of value to your campaign? I can't imagine the answer is anything but yes. And as you know, Alicia, I've said this week, I expect Kellyanne Conway to tell the truth. She may not be convenient for those of us who want to see Donald Trump prosecuted, meaning she's favorable to him in many ways, but I think she's going to tell the truth about that interaction.
What makes you say that?
Her testimony to the January 6th committee, there are a number of things that she doesn't recall and a number of times where she says that's not the way it happened. However, she's very clear. She called the White House multiple times on January 6th to say something has to be done. She talked to Nick Luna, who was one of the president's personal aides, multiple times. And she's also clear that the deadline for solidifying votes was December 14th, and that she made that unambiguously clear to the former president. She essentially said to him, December 14th is your outside date for litigating all these things. If you can't prove your fraud as of that point, you're done. And she told the January 6th committee the same.